world. Welcome to the Jennifer Grace Show, a place that you can get unstuck, make shift happen, and not take life so seriously. Woohoo! Welcome to our show today. Today's a very cool show. I have my dear friend and colleague, Janet Namaste, all the way in from NYC. Woo, woo. Whoop, whoop. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Janet. She is a celebrity intuitive coach. She's also trained and developed in the Stanford University master's degree course that we both teach. She does it for adults and for children, CIJ. And we'll talk about your kids program. It's just amazing what you've been doing.
Thank you.
Yes. And so besides all of that fabulousness, she is a skilled clairvoyant, claircognizant, I'm going to make this up now, clairaudient, I think I got that one right, and a clairsentient, and a Reiki master. And she has dedicated her life to teaching mindfulness to adults and children, and she is an empath, an intuitive guide, and her training has allowed to uncover people's destinies, which today's show is titled Destiny appropriately, and just really guide people back on track. So I personally have worked with Janet and done Destiny sessions, and she told me all about my amazing past lives, which was very confirming. When I was little, I used to say to my mother all the time, like, why isn't somebody running my bath? Like, why isn't anybody bringing me breakfast in bed? Like, it was very confusing to me for some reason. She's like, who are you? And Janet let me know that in my most important past life that I had Roman numerals behind my name and some Baroque time and amazing, beautiful followers. And I gave so much of myself that I actually died alone. And it's very funny because I kind of joke and I always say, oh, I don't want to die alone, an old lady with 20 cats. So I'm sure I must have had 20 cats, but I had all this love from my followers, but not love from a partner. So that was really fascinating, and a million other crazy, amazing things that came through. But today is all about destiny, and we're going to do a very cool past life regression. So I'm excited about that, and we're going to talk a little bit, and then we're going to take you guys. So anybody who's not driving, you're going to be able to go through this incredible experience where we're going to give you a past life regression. It's okay. We have a dog in the house, and he can make lots of noise, and we can press that on my phone and get that off of there. Yes. Awesome. Great.
And also, if you're operating heavy machinery, do not do this meditation.
Right. So if you're at work and you're running a forklift right now, I always wondered, what does that exactly mean? Operating heavy machinery.
I
like,
don't know.
What is that? Like a lawnmower? I'm not clear.
I don't know.
On what that means.
Jacksaw, you know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Bulldozer, you know. Yeah. Can't bulldoze and meditate. Yeah. Absolutely not, you know.
So I think I would love for my listeners to kind of understand your evolution of, you know, like tapping into the unseen and getting messages from the other side and your clairaudience and clairsentience. And so can you rewind time for me and just tell me, you know, how old were you and what was your first experience of this kind of sixth sense?
I was, you know, I'm a child of immigrants, and I was exposed to many languages. Like, I think English was my fifth or sixth language. But I was able to see and hear spirit from a very, very young age. And my parents took me to different doctors. And then when I started telling them facts about what I saw, they validated that I was an intuitive.
So like you saw your grandmother and had messages or something, and they were like, yeah, you're right, and you never met her type of thing?
Yes.
Oh,
great grandparents, things like that, different messages. And also validation of the people's path You know, like I would be able to see auras, different colors, and they thought there was a problem with my eyes, which there aren't any problems with my eyes, but it's being able to tune in.
Right.
And I do believe that everybody, when they're born, you have that intuitive ability. It's your pineal gland right over here. It's our third eye. But as we get older, calcification starts forming on our third eye, and if you don't use it, you lose it, like languages.
That's a good tagline. Don't use it, you're going to lose it.
That's it. That's it. So with the support of my family, like I had to keep it hidden for many years.
Right.
But later on in my teenage years, I was coming out a little bit and I was more comfortable with my skin. And I had many incredible teachers, one being Dr. Brian Weiss that I met in my early 20s.
Yep.
That helped me lead, you know, he led me on this path. So there's no such thing as coincidence. It's all destiny, you know, and free will.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like a really fascinating conversation to me. Is it destiny? Is it free will? Like, of course, I wrote a book about that. And it's like my ultimate question is, you know, are we creating our realities, or has it already been created and we're watching the playback, or we set it all up at some time and we're walking into it and stepping into it? And, you know, you kind of have some information because you talk to the other side, and I'm sure you've gotten messages. And so what is your take on, you know, is it free will? Is it destiny? Is it all been decided before? Is it both? So what's your kind of...
So before we come onto this planet Earth, right? And Earth is a school. We make our soul contracts with the people that play different roles in our life. So Earth is a school, and we play, you know, different roles. And when we're up there, which is our real home, we say, hey, you know, Johnny, you want to teach me about honesty? And you make this soul contract, and you see this beautiful and energetic movie, and you sign the contract. And then you come along the path onto Earth, and a part of that memory is being erased, because otherwise it's going through life with a cheat sheet. Oh, I know what's going to happen. So this is the way I'm going to react. And we learn basically through the relationships with ourselves and with the relationships with others. So in order for us to grow and evolve, there has to be challenges. So our destiny looks like this long, long corridor, right? Like this long, beautiful, let's say, Zen hotel.
Okay.
And there are doors to the right that were given to us no matter what. We agreed to it. That's part of our contract. That's what we signed.
Okay.
But we have free will, whether or not we can choose to open it like 10%, 20%, and say, I'm not going to deal with this. It's too many changes, not going to do it. And then we have parallel doors that are to the left that are man-made. Okay. And that's the energy of fear. Because there's only one energy on this planet, and that's unconditional love.
Right.
But when when ego gets involved, and fear and control, we make up those left doors, and it has to do with some self-sabotaging behavior. I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough. And then we end up in this, like, cycle. Here we go again. Here I go again. But there are signals that, you know, that will let us know if we're not on the right path. Destiny it goes into synchronicity. It's the process of letting go, and also deja vu is validation that you're on the right path. Deja vu is actually a glimpse of that energetic movie. And it's always something insignificant, like I'm getting a Snapple or a slice of pizza for my kids, or it isn't something super significant.
Right.
But if you are awake, you will be able to differentiate between what is destiny and what is free will. Every day we have a choice. Love or, you know, fear. Yeah. Forgiveness or resentment. Like, you know, we always have a choice. And that's our free will.
So there's this hallway that we're walking along, right? And so on the left, there are doors that are your fear doors that are man-made.
By us, by family. Yep.
Okay. And that what we see is those same patterns happening again and again. Like, why does this always happen to me? How come this is a recurring theme?
Yep.
And, you know, and we could feel like a victim of it, or we could also say, well, the common denominator that this always happens is me. right? So
Absolutely.
I must be creating this, right, pattern to happen again and again and again and again.
Correct.
So how do you start coaching, intuitively guiding people to wake up to the fact that they are creating that pattern, right?
Yep.
And how do they shift that?
Well, when we do the destiny session, it's given in 2 parts.
Right.
The first part, I channel in that personal destiny laws that they have. Basically, that is like a tabula rasa. We start from like blank slate, you
Right.
know, like big giant mikvah that people like get thrown into, you know, and you kind of get a reboot. And you go through this liberation process because it removes any false interpretation about yourself. And the second part, we open up your doors. We open up the essence of who you are. We go in, and I'm allowed to go a couple years ahead also.
Yes.
And just by the truth can only heal. That's it. That's it. There's so many people out there that will try to manipulate people when they're vulnerable. But really, you know, you can tell right away, the eyes are the windows to the soul, whether
Yep.
it's honest, whether it isn't. And that's the only way you get validated is when it is you're living in your authentic truth. And that's the destiny session. And that's the way I begin my coaching with them.
Right. So then you're differentiating. Like, I remember you telling me, like, this is your destiny. And you also said that, like, this year was going to be the
Yes.
year that my purpose completely came to fruition, which is pretty cool. And you know what? It is so neat that I just got present to. Like, remember I gave Sev a session with you during Christmas.
Yes.
But we haven't done it yet. And then I just realized his birthday is next week.
No way.
Yeah, so she
Perfect.
she does your
Feliz cumpleaños.
but she does
Amazing.
something that's specific to your birthday, and it can only be done right after your birthday, right? And it's
The day after. Yeah.
the day after your birthday, and then
Amazing.
it's what is going to happen every month, right? Tell me again.
Yeah. So around the time of your birthday, you have these guides, these energy locks. And what they do is the guides open them up, and you have the ability now you have the choice whether or not you want to go into the right doors of your life.
Or the left fear doors.
Or the left
You have
fear
a
doors.
you
yeah.
choose.
But you don't get punished if you stay in the left. You really
Right.
don't. There's wake-up calls.
It's just the patterns keep.
Exactly. But every year you have a new opportunity to grow, to evolve, to learn, and to really reach your highest potential if you choose to. So I can't do that session until the day after your birthday because
How perfect is that?
that's amazing. So you see, everything is in divine timing.
awesome. And that would be June
yeah.
21st when you're back home, too, because you have
Yes,
to wait.
I'll be back in Nueva York. Yes.
I love it.
I think I'm tuning in the Spanish
We're
in Miami.
Yes, we are.
I don't know why I'm speaking
a
in
little
Spanish.
bit of Spanish here, just a little.
Yeah, poquito.
So, oh wow, this is so fun. I'm so excited. Sev, are you excited?
I'm
This is
excited.
exciting.
Yeah.
So first he'll do his liberation session.
Yes.
Then he'll do his destiny.
Yeah.
And then he'll do his birthday doors for the whole
Yes.
year, and she records it. So I've done it 6 months already, and it's so fracking accurate. It's crazy. And what you said about Cole, I mean, wow.
He's amazing.
Spot on.
Kid. Yeah.
Spot on. You know, do you ever do them with kids?
I don't work with kids under the age of 18.
Yeah.
You know,
when he
it's-
turns 18, we'll do it with him.
Yeah.
He's so like cute. He's like, this time next year, I'll actually know what's going to happen to me. Like, he's so in the unknown of like, do I go to college? Do I travel? Do I get a job? Like, he's tortured right now.
Oh my God. But you know something? I don't want to plant,
Yeah, I get it.
I don't,
Yeah.
my role on this planet is not to plant seeds for people. It's
Right.
only to lovingly guide them
Yeah.
because if everybody has the answers inside of them. All I
course.
do is crack open that shell.
Yeah.
And I lovingly guide them,
Yeah.
but it's their free will whether or not they want to go in.
Right.
And you always know, right, Jen?
Yes, yeah.
So, yes, everybody has that intuitive force inside of them.
So-
But it's waking it up.
So the past life thing, right? This is an interesting conversation. Have you read Anita Moorjani's book, Dying to Be Me?
Yes, I love her.
Okay, I love her.
Absolutely.
So
she's amazing.
If you guys don't know who Anita Moorjani is, she is a medical miracle. Wayne Dyer found her. She was in stage 4 cancer and died. She had a complete organ failure shutdown. She was 90 pounds, cancer, died, came back from the death, and then 2 weeks later was cancer-free, dancing at her birthday party. So
amazing.
The phone too, sweetie. Just so she is a documented medical miracle. Right. And Wayne Dyer found her and said, you must write your book. And she got on Hay House, and now she's part of our Hay House family. And her book, Dying to Be Me, was really great because, what I teach, what you teach was very much confirmed in that book. Like, she went to the other side and she saw the stuff. But the interesting thing, and I'm really curious about your perspective on this, is she actually said there is no past or future lives.
No.
Right? So we see it that way because we only, as humans, because we've all collectively decided that everything is happening linear, right? And we see things in a timeline, like I was 0 and then I was 7 and then 18 and now I'm 47, and we see it that way. But time is really happening simultaneously. It's this existence of time. And so she says there is no past life, there's no present life, there's no future life. It's all happening at once. So what do you because like we talk about we're doing a past life regression, but really it's like a regression to go into an alternate reality or what?
That's exactly it. So according to quantum physics, there's no past, there's no present, there's no future.
Right.
Everything is happening simultaneously. And in the book, Dying to Be Me, Anita Moorjani had an amazing analogy of the way your life is weaved. And she said that it's basically like a tapestry.
Okay, right.
And you're weaving it in, and it's like whatever color you choose to weave in, and it's a constant thing. It's a constant flow. So when we're doing a past life regression, it's really it's basically going your cells have memory.
Okay.
And some people are born with like amazing talents. I mean, Einstein and Mozart was composing music at age 3. Where did that come from, right? So and then other people have this like really, really horrific fears. We all do.
Yeah.
We have like different fears.
That we're born into. Like I have a fear. I don't, but like a fear of water,
of
and it doesn't
not.
make any. I have no fear.
No.
Zero.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm perfect. No, I'm just kidding. So we come in and it's like I have a fear of water, and then like there's never an event, nothing to explain it, and then you regress and you remember that you drowned in 1801, in the Black Swamp.
And sometimes it doesn't even make any logical sense at all. So whenever we're doing a regression, the way that it looks like, I mean, I don't know, in the 1970s and 1980s, we had that, what is it called? The viewfinder? That it was like such a cool like thing, and you would see different images. That's the way regression works. Regression, it's a meditation. You go into these beta theta states, and all you're going to see is glimpses.
Okay.
You're going to see, but do not allow your analytical mind, your logical mind get in the way.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to the past, present, future, basically it's like watching a movie. It's watching a movie. And later on, physiologically, psychologically, you will feel different. Sometimes physical like sensations or physical, let's say, ailments, it disappears completely. And you don't know how or what, but it's the truth. And that's actually at age 11, I was diagnosed also with leukemia.
Right.
But I was homeschooled for about 6 to 7 months. But then it was basically, they called it spontaneous healing.
Right. So you were also a medical miracle.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
So you spontaneously healed yourself. And how did you do that? Were you working with the angels?
I was working with the angels.
11 years old.
11 years old. At age 10, in the 5th grade, I mean, I did this project, What is Blood? I took my mom's medical books and we did this project. So I knew which cells to call and how to speak with them.
Oh, my gosh.
I knew it wasn't something that, I knew the monocyte, the basophil, I don't know. Now I'm just trying.
Yeah.
And, but I never want to give false hope to anybody like this, but you have the ability to heal yourself.
Yes.
And your thoughts have so much power.
Yes.
So through that meditation, I remember laying there in the hospital bed, and I'm like, oh no, I'm 100% healthy.
Yes.
I'm 100% healthy. And here we go about past, present, future. My cells heard me at that time. But your body, physicality, it's such a dense energy. It takes a little bit of time to get there.
Right.
That's why when people are like, oh, I did this affirmation already for the past
Where's
30
my
days.
shit?
Where's my stuff?
Right.
Where's my Prince Charming?
Right.
Where's my mansion? Where's my boat?
Right.
You know what? It takes time, but you get exactly what you need in
Right.
divine timing. You just have to plant that seed that's healthy for you.
Right.
So I really resonate with Anita and Dr. Wayne Dyer. He
Yeah.
also is a medical miracle
Yeah.
as well. And this past life regression that we're going to be doing in a few
So excited.
is really, if you don't go back to a past life, don't worry. Like no pressure.
Yeah, because we're
This-
on the radio.
Yeah, come on, really. It's all totally fine, No
No expectations.
Yeah, I wish I could, it's
Well, it's funny because I've done a past life regression in a group. Not so much. Then I did a one-on-one, and I went really deep. So,
Yeah.
but I think this is a great introduction to a lot of people get freaked out. Like, are you going to hypnotize me? Am I going to be able to have control of myself? And what am I going to see? And all of that fear doesn't really allow you to go there as well. So I think
Right.
this is like a good little sampler of like what it could be like if you were to go deeper. And for some of you, you may have an incredibly profound experience. You just never know. But just to let go of that rational mind, the analytical mind, and just kind of be open to it's just an experience. Like we're about to have an experience, and we don't have to make it right or wrong or good or bad, and what's going to happen and what's not going to happen, and I didn't see anything, or I did see something, and was that my mind making up what I saw, and was that really me? Whenever I do the future self meditation, they're like, is that my future self, or did I make that up? I'm like, you're creating it all
You're creating it.
anyway.
Exactly.
Right? So yeah, you
Exactly.
made it up, but from a part of you that knows what it wants, right? Cool.
awesome.
All right. So, do we have our past life regression music? Has
Yes.
that been?
We're going
handled?
to go back in time.
We're going to go back in time. Like part of me
Yes.
wants to lay on the floor.
Why don't you lay with Pepe and Jackie?
Oh,
you
I
know,
like that. I'm gonna exit left.
Okay,
I'm
exit
gonna
left.
hand it over to
Maybe,
Janet.
Yeah, let's rock and roll. Or at that time, it was horse and buggy. And let's put up the music. So we're going to begin by focusing on our breath. And just gently take a deep breath in, breathing in 2 seconds in, and holding it for about 2 seconds before exhaling it out through the nose. And with your eyes closed, just focus on your third eye center, the place right between your eyebrows. Breathing in a rhythm of 2 seconds in, 2 seconds hold, and 4 seconds out. And use your imagination. Imagine that all the stresses are breathing out. And now focus your awareness now on the bottom of your feet, connecting to Mother Earth. And allow that beautiful breath to come in through the bottom of your feet, inhaling it all the way up, exhaling it out through your crown chakra, through your head. And do this one more time on your own. And now breathe in the opposite direction, connecting to the cosmos, to the universe, to the all-knowing. Breathing in 2 seconds in through the top of your head, and taking your time of exhaling it, going all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Allow all that energy to transmute into Mother Earth, And one more inhale through the top of your head. And allow that beautiful energy, that beautiful breath, to cleanse away any negative emotions, any false apprehensions, and allow it to go down through the soles of your feet, transmuting into Mother Earth, into beautiful, positive energy. And if your breathing is only constricted to your abdomen, your solar plexus, gently bring that breath up to your heart center, breathing in slowly, filling up your lungs with full capacity. And now just breathe in a gentle rhythm. Relax your head and your shoulders. Just allow your shoulders to drop, to feel light and loose. And if you're sitting or lying down, just allow yourself to sink even deeper. Relax the muscles of your arms and back, both the upper back and the lower back. Completely relaxing. Relax the muscles of your abdomen, removing and loosening up any control that you've held in there for so long. That's where your ego lives. Let your breathing stay beautifully deep and even. And allow that relaxation to gently flow down your legs. Completely relaxing your entire body now, going deeper and deeper within with every breath that you take. And next, visualize or imagine, perceive the most beautiful, beautiful light coming in through the top of your head. And it's coming in, it's the brightest light, it's a healing light, it's connected to the light above and the light all around you. And this beautiful light goes in through the top of your head and it flows down, entering your brain, your nervous system, glowing beautifully in the light. It's a healing, gentle light. Flows into your beautiful face, to your jaw, the back of your head, relaxing, alleviating any tension that has been there for so long, all the stresses that you've been holding on to. Relaxing your throat, and you go even deeper. And allow that beautiful light to go down into your shoulders and down both arms, reaching to your hands and fingers as you go deeper and deeper. And now this beautiful light flows down from your shoulders, down your back, healing and relaxing every single nerve in the spinal cord. It flows into your heart chakra, into your chest, filling up your lungs, glowing beautifully, healing your entire body. And as your heart gently pumps this beautiful light, it goes into every blood vessel, into every single meridian point, into every microcell of your body. Calms you down, filling you up with this beautiful healing light, and you feel so relaxed, so serene, so calm. And just focus on my voice, letting any other noise or distraction only deepen your level even more as it just simply fades away. And the light flows into your stomach and abdomen and your solar plexus and down both hips. And this is where you hold a lot of your emotions and just allow that light to release all the nerves. And it goes down your legs and into your knees, where you hold a lot of childhood memories. Allow that beautiful light to just glide down, go down to your calves, your shins, ankles, down to your feet. You're completely filled up with this beautiful light. And now imagine, perceive that you have this beautiful halo of light all around you, like you're in a cocoon, And no harm can ever come through this light. It's only beautiful, positive, amazing energy. You're completely, completely protected. And the light can even heal your muscles and your skin even more. And in a few moments, I'm just going to count backwards from 10 to 1. And with each number back, allow yourself to go even deeper. So deep that by the time I reach the number 1, you'll be in the most beautiful place of peace, of tranquility, deep relaxation, so deep that your mind is no longer limited by the usual barriers of space or time. So deep that you can remember everything that your soul is ready to remember now. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper with each number back. 7, 6, 5, deeper and deeper. 4, 3, so deep, so peaceful, so calm. 2, you're nearly there. And 1, beautiful. And in this beautiful state of peace and relaxation, visualize yourself walking down the most magical, beautiful, sturdy staircase, going down, down, deeper and deeper, going down, and each step down is increasing the depth of your level even more. And as you reach the bottom of the stair, there is the most beautiful red door. And you open up this beautiful red door. And as you walk out, you realize you're in the most beautiful place of nature. It's the most magnificent, amazing garden made for you. It's a place of rest, of relaxation, a place where you can rejuvenate, where you could fill up your soul with the most beautiful life force energy. It's a place of safety. So go into this garden and take in all the sights. Look at the beautiful, vibrant colors of the trees, the grass. There are fountains there, and there's a bench where you could actually go and rest. And just go over and rest at this beautiful bench. And the bench is made out of the most beautiful quartz crystal. And quartz crystal, clear quartz crystal, is a natural amplifier. And just lay down there with the intention to rest and rejuvenate. The deepest, deepest levels of your mind can open up and you can remember everything. And to show you this, let's just go back in time. We're going to go back to your childhood. We're going to go to a place that is a happy childhood memory as you stay in this deeply relaxed and peaceful state. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. You're free to choose any memory. You're always, always in control. 3, going back in time into a beautiful childhood memory. 2, feel it, see it vividly with colors and details, emotions. 2 and 1. This may be something that you haven't thought about in a very, very long time. Be there. And just spend a few moments here in your beautiful, beautiful childhood with your beautiful breath, so deep and even, and the beautiful light surrounding you. Your mind is relaxed, take in all the sights. See what you are wearing. And if you choose to, we can even go further back in time. We can go back to the time when you were in utero. And try not to analyze, try not to judge or critique. We're going to go back to the time when you were inside your beautiful mother's utero. There's no limit to your memory at all. You can remember everything. And in this beautiful place of peace and relaxation, as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you're going to go back to being in your mother's womb. 3, traveling back into your mother's womb, feeling what your mother was feeling. 2, and 1, be there. Take in all the sights, the smells, the emotions. Feel what she was feeling. Hear the conversations that are happening outside the body. You are more than just your body. You are this beautiful, limitless, beautiful soul that came here to raise the vibration of this earth. See the contract that you and your mother have. Don't analyze, just feel it. Allow it to bring warmth and solace into your soul. And if you wish to go further, we can now. Imagine now you're back in this beautiful garden, resting on that clear quartz bench. It's a magical bench, filled up with all of your amazing energy too. And you now get up and walk over in this garden, and in front of you, you see the most beautiful, magnificent mirror. And the mirror looks like a funhouse mirror, as when we were kids. It's filled with light. And if you look into the mirror, you see reflections of many other reflections looking back at you. There may be 3, there may be 9, there's a limitless amount. And as you see the reflections in each of these boxes, you may be in a different time, in a different place, perhaps a different dimension, perhaps another lifetime. But we can go back to the root cause of why you have a certain fear or a gift or any blockages that may be holding you back. We're going to remember now. And as I count backwards from 5 to 1, just answer the reflection that's really, really calling you. Look into this mirror. Look at your eyes. You're going to be drawn to the reflection that is calling you. 5, you'll understand a problem, a symptom, a relationship. 4, going in. 3, going into the mirror, going into the root cause. 2, being drawn. And 1, be there. And if you have a body, look down at your feet. See what you're wearing. Is it shoes or skins, or if you're barefoot? Take in all the sights. Take a look at what the color of your skin is. Take in all of the images that are coming in, the topography, the geography. Take in all the beautiful sights. See if it's daytime or nighttime. And don't worry about what is fact or fiction or if it's imagination. This is all coming in from you, and it's equally important. And now find a time when you had an amazing connection with somebody that was really, really important to you. Go into that event and take a good look in their eyes and see who they are. Do you know them from this lifetime? Because the eyes are the windows to the soul. And see what happens. You can travel backwards and forwards. See what happens. What was the significant event in that particular lifetime? And what was your main lesson that you needed to learn? And take that with you. Beautiful. Now it's time to come back and imagine now that you're leaving this time and place. And imagine yourself resting, going back to that beautiful garden, resting in that beautiful clear quartz. Feeling amazing, feeling rejuvenated, healed with that beautiful energy. And as I count up from 1 to 3, you will be awake, you will feel amazing, filled with this beautiful, harmonious energy of your soul. 1, every muscle and every nerve of your body fully, fully relaxed. 2, more and more awake. And 3, open up your eyes, stretch, feeling amazing, feeling great. Thank you. Namaste. Hey, Miss Jen.
Wow. That was very cool. I really went there.
That's amazing.
That was so cool.
What did you experience?
So I wish I know we're on the radio, but I could have stayed there longer because I was just getting some messages. And so it was kind of Robin Hood-y time. I saw that, and I saw almost I was shown that kind of hat and the bow and barefoot. I was a man in that lifetime. And then I saw my brother, who was my friend Mike Hilf. I knew immediately it was him.
See the guy from the beach?
That I was at the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because I see him on the beach. Okay.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, I was with him on the beach last week. Okay. Yes, Mike. So, yeah, we had a mission to do together. There was something that we had to help somebody, save somebody. We had this contract to do this, and we had to do it together. And so that was all I got. And I know there's so much more.
There is.
And the moment I met him, I recognized him immediately. I was it was very jarring. I was like, okay, I know you. And he was cool. He was like, okay, yeah, I'm down. How do we know each other? And I'm like, we know each other. You're going to see, it was instant recognition of a soul contract. Yeah, immediately. So anyway, yeah, I want to go back, I think.
We'll go back.
Yeah. That was so cool.
We'll go back. Because we could delve deeper and deeper, and actually when you're in that state and you let go of control, you can actually move between times and periods. You know, it's limitless.
Yeah.
Just like that book said, it's a tapestry, and you could go backwards, you could go forwards, but it's all about building our soul's consciousness, our evolution, because we all came here with a mission, a purpose.
Yeah. I was watching the movie last night. I'm just looking at the time. The Nines.
I've never seen the movie.
It's a film. It's a film. It was done. Ryan Reynolds and Melissa McCarthy.
I love them.
That was at Sundance, I think, last year, and won everything.
Right.
Did you see it, John? You're shaking your head. Or are you thinking of something else?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a trip.
9 is his favorite number.
Trip from Hollywood. Let me tell you something.
Really?
And so the exploration in this as well is that I'm not even sure if I can reiterate it yet. There are 3 characters. They're all him. And they're at different times in his life, different incarnations. And he's waking up in one of them and not in the others. And, it's just it's really cool. And so it's a depiction of this simultaneous existence of time, of past lives. And
it's amazing.
He says in the last scene, he's talking to the Melissa, who keeps showing up in his life. One time is his friend, one time is his lover, it's different relationships, right? And the last one, you could see that he had found peace in this lifetime, right? They had a very beautiful, very peaceful life, which really reminded me of my life with Sev. And, oh, I'm going to cry. This is funny. So he says to her, he's like, he's going to go. He said, this is my 90th lifetime. And I'm done. And he says, this was my favorite one.
Beautiful.
And so I couldn't sleep even almost last night. And I kept on thinking.
Is that you watched it last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was it blew my mind. And I think you said he and I can't remember how many lifetimes Sev and I think it was 7 or something.
It was so many lifetimes that you guys were together, absolutely. And it's soul recognition. Absolutely.
Yeah, we knew, I recognized, oh, there goes Facebook Live. We have another one, hi.
We need better.
Yeah, it's all right. We recognized each other pretty immediately. The love just was instant.
Yeah.
Instant. And then we fell in love very quickly. But when I met him, also I was like, I know you. I've been manifesting you. And hi, nice to see you. Just
it's amazing.
Sweet country accent. What's manifesting? Golly, what in the hell have I got myself into? I'll never forget. I think it was our second or third day because he always says golly, right? And I was like, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm like, did you just say golly? He's like, I don't know. Did I? I'm like, totally, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's how I felt when I met my husband too. Yeah.
And I wrote down, I have it in my phone, all the qualities that I wanted in a partner. And it was every single solitary thing, and I was very clear. So it was a really interesting exploration of that. And then even going deeper of that is that, Gary Renard wrote the book Disappearance of the Universe, right? And have you read that book?
I haven't read that
that's
book, and I haven't seen the movie.
It's great. But, this is what we do on the radio, and then it's oh yeah, I'm going to see that book.
Absolutely.
But in that book, he talks about that the Big Bang or whatever's happened, right? So we're already back, right? And then this is a replay, and that this is an illusion. This feels real, right? But it actually is not happening in the way that we think it's happening, right? And it's kind of an illusion. This is not real right now. Yeah. This is not real. And we're already whole, complete, and perfect. We are one.
Exactly.
There's no, there's no separation. None. And we just forgot that, right? So we could come and learn those lessons. So
exactly.
And so the waking up, which is what most of us who are probably listening to this radio show, we're very interested in awakening, right?
Absolutely.
And to wake up is to remember who you really are.
Exactly.
Right? And this remembrance of who you really are is not this body. It's not these circumstances, that it's just love.
Exactly. And
it's just love.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. And
that's what we are.
Yeah. And we go through all this stuff and we suffer and we think it's real. And then when we get present that it is not real, it can trip you out. So last night, I was at Michael Singer's all weekend. So he did a talk on Sunday that was very close. His teachings are very close to it is this, period, end of story. And then in the car ride home, one woman gave me this man, Amir. Have you ever heard of Amir? He's from Australia.
Amir? No.
Mm-hmm. So he's another spiritual teacher. He's the one that took Peter DiMartini and brought him to Australia.
Amazing.
Peter DiMartini is an amazing, transformational leader as well.
Yep.
And so he's talking about you are the one. You are the one.
Exactly.
Right?
You are what you're seeking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then I listened to his whole talks on the ride home, and he was the one that said, watch the nines. So then I watched the nines. And it's integrating and I'm getting it. And so I'm in my room last night, very tuned into the illusion of it all. And then you feel kind of groundless. You're like, oh my God, this isn't real. Holy shit, this is not real. Or, it is, but it's not.
But that's the law of impermanence. That's why nothing on this planet Earth is permanent. No matter how much we want to hold on to it, sooner or later it's going to be taken away. So
Right.
we have to
Right.
appreciate the moment.
Yes.
Like right now, I appreciate all of you. I
Yeah.
appreciate my life. It's being in gratitude.
Yes.
And that's when your vibrations, you attract who you are.
Right.
It's being in the moment. When we're too much in the past or too much in the future, that law of, impermanence is very important,
Yeah.
for us not to let go of, and the memory of it.
Yeah.
And number 9, actually, it's interesting, the concept of that movie.
Which is his number. Like he sees nines
9 everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, it's so interesting. Like 9 is actually the number of a guru. I'm actually going to be teaching a
I
numeral.
am dating a guru.
Yes. You are the guru.
He is so evolved. He doesn't even need spiritual development. He actually embodies.
Your guru Gali. Guru Gali G.
Money. Oh my God, I can't. I love that. Guru
amazing.
Gali. That's
Yeah.
going to be your new name.
That's amazing. But the number 9 signifies not only the guru, it's the end of a cycle. The cycle begins at 0, which is all the numbers, and then it's from 1 to 9. It's an evolution of numbers.
Yes.
And number 9 is the energy of letting go, right?
Surrender.
That's the law of impermanence. Like we're standing on the cliff, and either we could get the rug pulled underneath us, and we say, oh, I got this stolen from me. Or we jump off the cliff and say, you know what? The universe got my back. I'm okay. I'll be fine. Number 9 is about stepping into our own power. And then the number 1, we begin a new cycle again.
Right.
But it's, when we were looking for a house, my husband and I drove him crazy. It took us 3 years.
Did you have to have 9?
No, I
We
did.
do in our. Oh, you know what our address is? 901.
Okay, so that's.
Watch out.
No, but that's actually a 1. Numerologically. That's a 1.
Well, 9 plus 1 is 10.
And that's a
then
1.
That's a 1.
Yeah, so that's always new
but
beginnings.
It's funny that there's a 9 and a 1 in the
Yes.
address. Okay, so new
Yes.
beginnings. Yeah.
New beginnings. But I only wanted to move into a number 4 or a number 8. And he's like, this is crazy, Janet. This is 3 years. It's hard to find a house, but you want the
'Cause you
number.
wanted the 11, the 3 and the 8
Either
together?
the 3 and the 8, or I wanted an 11, or I wanted a 4. So it's like, it means solid, or an 8, infinite strength. But when we found our house, it actually equals the number 9. And I'm like, I'm not moving into that house. And I'm like, I don't. And he's like, hey, I'm like, I don't need to let go anything.
He's like, you're at a 10, I need you to 2.
Exactly. But when you're going to look around now, and you're going to see a lot of hospitals, universities, and churches, synagogues, they equal the number 9. It's about letting go and rising up. A lot of health institutions.
Well, look at the name of Michael's book, The Surrender Experiment. Everything he teaches is the letting go.
That's it.
Everything is the non-attachment,
Yep.
is the letting go of, yes, this moment is happening in front of me, and it doesn't mean it. It's like meaningless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or it's just a lesson. And we have to let go of the attachment. And that's the manifesting part.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to teach my students. Like, set your intentions, make your vision board, and then let go of how and when it shows
Exactly.
up. And know that it's actually already manifested. You just can't see it right now because of your limiting belief. It's actually already there. It's already there.
Absolutely. But they want it yesterday.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
where's my shit?
Exactly. Exactly.
And then there's the divine timing of simultaneous existence, which actually doesn't exist. So it's very exciting to go down
It
the
freaks
rabbit
me
hole.
out a little
Oh
bit.
my God. I was freaked out last night in bed,
it's-
like literally. And then I fell asleep and I went, when you fall in your sleep? And this poor guy's like, what is going on? But then in my dream,
Bless you.
my dad came last night. And of course, my dad's
beautiful.
anniversary of his death was on the 7th, and Sev's anniversary of his death is on the 10th of this month. So it was, we've been talking about our fathers and whatnot. It's in the conversation. But when he came, it's really interesting. He came to me and he looked about 28. But he was still dying of cancer, and like something was wrong with his hand. So I was like, this is weird, Dad. You look good, but you don't look good. And he was like, well, this is how I want to look where I am now. And this is how I look, but I don't look sick right now because you're remembering me when I was dying. But this is what the shape that I take now. So when you see me, you can see me as a 28-year-old. And I look so good. And I was like, yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was
I
so
love that.
crazy. Trippy.
Absolutely, because it's important to be in the here and now.
Yeah.
But when you go into a sleep and you jerk up, That's actually your brain waves going to that like beta theta state. That's the place where miracles happen. When people go under hypnotic state, that's where it's at. That's the place where everything, what you just said, the non-existent and the existent lives in parallel.
Wow.
So, and we have a choice during that time also. That's our free will. When we jerk up before we go to sleep, we can either get up, get on our phones, or or we just go back in and we surrender. We surrender.
Right.
So it's good to surrender. It's trusting the process, but it's like working out. You need to really exercise that.
Letting go,
it is letting go because it's tough.
Yeah.
And I'm an alpha female, so that was really difficult for me.
To let go of the address. Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, in the movie, they talk about the 9. They said, well, most humans are a 7. And then the 9 is right before 10, which is total like graduation, God, enlightenment, whatnot, right? And when you're at a 9, you're woken up, but you haven't completely gone to the other side. You're enlightened. So,
That's awesome. We have to see that tonight, Jackie.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I want to send you something. I want to send you the Amir's video. Watch that because he actually brings up part of the movie so that you'll.
Okay.
I mean, you'll so get it, but it's good to watch that and then really, really get it.
Absolutely.
It's a really trippy thing. So, Janet, can you tell people how they could work with you if they want to work with you?
Absolutely. And if you'd like a destiny session or a one-on-one hypnotherapy, I work globally.
Or past life regression, Akashic, all of that.
Absolutely. You can contact me at janet@namastewithlove.com. Or
just go to namastewithlove.com.
Absolutely. Yeah. You could just go there.
It's all your services, all of your... Yes. So they should really start, right, with the Destiny sessions.
Absolutely.
And then during their birthday, they can do the doors, which will tell you what's going to happen every month of your birthday. And I'm in my 6th month, and you are so freaking spot on. It's crazy. namastewithlove.com is probably the best way, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I respond to every single email. I do read it. It's just in the order that I receive it. So be patient, trust the process, and I'll always get back to you.
Yeah.
Always.
And we can't mention all the cool celebrities you work with, right?
I can't. And that's another thing because everything is 100% confidential. But
I know a couple, but not really.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Me, Jennifer Grace.
That's
celebrity in my
absolutely.
own mind. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I will say that it is amazing how you prepare for these sessions. I know it's like 7+ hours that you go into deep trance and deep meditation to get the answers from like my guides, right? And you downloaded all of that information in the meditation. So the time that she works with you is, a few hours, but her preparation work is hours and hours and hours, and it's really amazing all that you give and all that you do for your clients.
Thank you.
It really gave me a sense of ease and freedom to know that I was on the right track and to know where the fear doors where I didn't need to go down anymore, and I didn't need to even address that. Like, it's just my free will and my doors of destiny, and this is my year. I think it's happening.
Amazing.
I can do this meditation. Do you have a meditation as well on your website that you do as a
do.
giveaway?
In fact, the meditation that I have has to do with that Destiny corridor, that Destiny Zen hotel. And you always have choices whether to go into the right, whether to go into the left. And you actually physiologically feel what happens when you don't make the decisions.
Right.
And then you feel how it feel if you do take that risk, if you do take a chance, if you do, so that's that meditation. So download it. It's on my site. It's for free. It's my gift to you. Beautiful. Enjoy it. And email me feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
You're so welcome. And I also want to let you all know that I have a gift this week. I have 2 free awesome webinars, one about writing your book, getting it out of your head, as well as selling authentically. That sales thing is so hard for people, and just getting into just being vulnerable and authentic when you're selling your services and products and being real. And you can get that at jennifergrace.com/events. And I also have a retreat coming up to Sonoma. It's a
So
little
nice.
vineyard and yoga. I mean, who doesn't love yoga and who doesn't love wine? I mean, come on.
Amazing.
So you can go to jennifergrace.com/Sonoma and see us here on Jolt Radio every second and fourth Tuesday at 10 a.m. Always downloading the Jolt Radio app. There's so much great programming and great music, and I love being a part of this incredible community. Thank you, John. And I think this is our show, yo.
Thank you.
Peace.